Hey guys, Jonathan and Susie Lamb here. Just wanted to take a moment and first thank everyone for your incredible support. Obviously, we've had something come to the surface that's been hidden to a very small select group of people.
There has been a significant turn of events that has left the Christian community in a state of shock. Joni Lamb's children have made a significant announcement that reveals serious allegations and deep-seated family divisions that are associated with the Daystar television network. As allegations of financial mismanagement, spiritual abuse, and personal betrayals continue to surface, the Lamb family finds themselves at a crossroads in their lives. Not only does this explosive revelation call into question the legacy of Daystar, but it also raises questions about trust, accountability, and the future of one of the most prominent names in Christian broadcasting. What exactly did Joni Lamb's children reveal to the public? In a public statement, Jonathan Lamb criticizes the leadership of Daystar. In a dramatic turn of events, Jonathan Lamb has emerged into the spotlight and publicly criticized the leadership of the Daystar television network. This ministry was once lauded for its unwavering faith and unity, but now it is being criticized for its leadership. Jonathan Lamb, who is the son of Daystar founders Marcus and Joni Lamb, has made a courageous move that has caused shockwaves to travel throughout the Christian community. This move has caused eyebrows to be raised and has sparked a robust debate regarding the possible future of the network. Jonathan's dissatisfaction stems from serious allegations that Daystar engages in questionable practices and mismanagement of its finances. Recently, he made statements in which he asserted that the ministry had deviated from its initial mission, placing personal interests ahead of the spiritual well-being of those who followed it. The fact that Jonathan has been associated with the network for his entire life makes this criticism particularly striking. As a result, his words have a profound impact on those individuals who have supported Daystar over the previous years. One of the most explosive allegations that Jonathan has made concerns the alleged misappropriation of funds, specifically in relation to a lavish honeymoon that his mother, Joni, went on with her new husband, Doug Weiss. He asserts that Daystar paid the substantial sum of $100,000, which is a move that he considers to be inappropriate for a ministry that is dependent on donations from its devoted supporters. Jonathan argued that such expenditures not only put the organization's credibility at risk, but they also violated the trust of the viewers who were instrumental in the organization's success. In addition to adding fuel to the fire, Jonathan disclosed that he experienced a sense of marginalization from the leadership when he voiced his concerns regarding these expenditure choices. He gave an account of a society in which voices of dissent were stifled and where transparency was sacrificed in favor of loyalty. Many Daystar supporters have expressed feelings of confusion and betrayal as a result of this striking contrast to the principles upon which Daystar was founded. The repercussions of Jonathan's statements have been felt almost immediately. In light of the troubling allegations that have surfaced regarding the operations of Daystar, supporters of the network are now left to struggle with conflicting emotions. They are torn between their loyalty to the Lamb family and the allegations itself. Others are disheartened by the public airing of family grievances, while others have rallied behind Jonathan, appreciating his courage to speak out. Many people have expressed their support for Jonathan. Daystar's future is uncertain as long as Jonathan continues to express his concerns about the development of the company. Will the ministry be able to rise to the occasion and confront these issues head-on? Or will it be unable to withstand the increasing pressure due to the scrutiny of the public? The courageous criticism that Jonathan has offered has brought up significant concerns regarding accountability, ethics, and the responsibilities that come with leadership positions within faith-based organizations. In a scandal that has rocked the Daystar community, Jonathan's allegations about the $100,000 honeymoon have caused all sorts of trouble. There have been shocking allegations made by Jonathan Lamb regarding a lavish honeymoon trip that his mother, Joni Lamb, and her new husband, Doug Weiss, took for a total of $100,000. Daystar Television Network, which is a ministry that is built on the principles of faith and stewardship, has become the center of controversy as a result of this extravagant getaway, which has raised questions about the ethics of financial management within the network. Jonathan asserts that Daystar, which is primarily supported by donations from devoted viewers, paid for the substantial costs associated with this honeymoon. He describes this action as not only inappropriate, but also a betrayal of the trust that its supporters have placed in the ministry. It is his contention that the use of church funds for the purpose of personal luxury is a significant departure from the principles upon which Daystar was established. These principles were intended to elevate and serve the community, rather than to indulge in lavish lifestyles. Moreover, the timing of the honeymoon has caused some eyebrows to be raised. The sudden remarriage of Joni to Doug Weiss, which occurred after the passing of Marcus Lamb, Jonathan's father and one of the co-founders of Daystar, was subjected to a great deal of scrutiny. During a time when the focus ought to be on healing and providing support for the grieving family and their audience, many people within the community are questioning whether or not Daystar should prioritize personal indulgences. A raging debate has been sparked among Daystar's followers as a result of the allegations made by Jonathan. The unsettling nature of these claims leaves supporters feeling conflicted and torn between their loyalty to the Lamb family and the fact that they are loyal to the Lamb family. Some people have come together in support of Jonathan, praising his bravery for speaking out, while others have expressed their dissatisfaction and confusion regarding the public airing of family disputes. As the fallout continues, the implications of this honeymoon scandal go well beyond the financial concerns that were initially brought up from it. Important questions regarding accountability and transparency within faith-based organizations are brought up as a result of this discussion. Will Daystar respond to these allegations and win back the trust of its audience? Or will this extravagant vacation turn out to be a watershed moment in the history of the network? The accusations made by Jonathan Lamb regarding the $100,000 honeymoon have opened a Pandora's box of problems that the Daystar community cannot ignore now that they have been brought to light. As this story continues to unfold, the legacy of Daystar is in jeopardy, and the future of the ministry may be contingent on how it responds to these significant concerns. Jonathan's vehicle was equipped with a tracker, in a shocking revelation that has left many members of the Daystar community in a state of disbelief. Jonathan Lamb has asserted that the security team of the network secretly installed a tracker on his vehicle. This shocking claim raises serious concerns regarding privacy and trust, as well as the extent to which the leadership of Daystar may go in order to keep an eye on its own family members. Jonathan Lamb, the son of Daystar founders Marcus and Joni Lamb, has been very vocal about his concerns regarding the direction that the ministry is heading in. The revelation of the tracking device adds a layer of intrigue and concern to the situation, particularly in light of his allegations regarding financial misconduct and misuse of funds, which contributed to the escalation of tensions within the family. Jonathan explained how he came across the tracker, which he believes was installed in order to keep track of his actions and movements. He asserted that it was an invasion of his privacy and a strategy to intimidate him. Such a move would have significant repercussions for the situation. The act of placing a tracker on the vehicle of a family member is not only shocking for a ministry that emphasizes the importance of faith, trust, and transparency, but it also runs counter to the very principles that Daystar is committed to upholding. When supporters are left wondering about the honesty of the leadership and the lengths they will go to in order to keep control over their narrative, they are left with those questions. There has been a surge of discussion and outrage among viewers and followers of Daystar as a result of the allegations made by Jonathan. A great number of people are expressing their disbelief that a ministry that is committed to the development of spirituality and the support of the community would resort to such extreme measures. This brings up some very important questions regarding the culture that exists within Daystar, specifically whether or not it cultivates an atmosphere of fear rather than faith. The community is left wondering what the implications of Jonathan's continued disclosure of his experiences are for the future of Daystar as he continues to communicate his experiences. Will this shocking breach of trust result in a reckoning within the organization, or will it be swept under the rug when it comes to the organization? The installation of a tracker on Jonathan's vehicle is more than just an unsettling occurrence. It is a symbol of a more profound struggle that exists within the Lamb family and the ministry that they have built together. As the events of this story unfold, all eyes will be on Daystar to see how they handle these serious allegations and how they are able to restore trust with their community. There is a growing rift within the family as a result of Doug Weiss's involvement in an exciting story that has the Christian community completely enthralled. Because of Doug Weiss's position at Daystar Television Network, the family rift that has been present within the Lambs has become significantly more severe. He has become a lightning rod for controversy, sparking heated debates about loyalty, leadership, and the future of the ministry. Doug Lamb, Joni Lamb's new husband, has become a lightning rod for controversy. Following the death of Marcus Lamb, who was one of the co-founders of Daystar. Joni's marriage to Doug Weiss caused tension among members of the family and caused eyebrows to be raised between them. Jonathan Lamb, Joni's son, has especially expressed his dissatisfaction with Doug's rapid ascent within the organization. He has been very vocal about his dissatisfaction. He is of the opinion that the presence of Doug not only disrupts the dynamic within the family, but also undermines the legacy that Marcus has established over the course of his life. Given the circumstances that surrounded his marriage to Joni, many people are left wondering whether or not at Daystar is appropriate. Jonathan is concerned about more than just the drama in his family. He is of the opinion that Doug's participation in leadership positions undermines the credibility of the ministry. The argument that he makes is that the focus ought to be on healing and honoring Marcus's memory, rather than having someone new take on significant responsibilities so soon after Marcus's passing. Jonathan is experiencing feelings of marginalization and frustration as a result of what he perceives to be a rush to incorporate Doug into the ministry. In the midst of the growing rift, those who support Daystar find themselves caught in the middle. Although there are those who support Jonathan and admire his bravery in speaking out against what they consider to be unfair practices, there are also those who believe that the family ought to keep their disagreements to themselves. As a result of the public airing of these complaints, questions have been raised regarding the future of Daystar and whether or not it will be able to continue its mission in the midst of such turmoil. Doug's growing role as a co-host on Daystar programming, which many people view as a blatant attempt to solidify his position within the ministry, further complicates the situation. This is where the situation is further complicated. This move has not only caused some members of the family to feel estranged from one another, but it has also left viewers wondering about the path that the network will take. There have been allegations of abuse and an incident that occurred during a family retreat. In a shocking turn of events, serious allegations of abuse have surfaced from a family retreat that involved the Lamb family. These allegations have sent shockwaves throughout the Daystar community. Not only has this incident caused eyebrows to be raised, but it has also cast a long shadow over the reputation of one of the most prominent families in Christian broadcasting. Following the passing of Marcus Lamb, the retreat was supposed to be a time for healing and bonding, but it took a disturbing turn when Jonathan Lamb's daughter experienced an unsettling incident involving a member of the family. The allegation of inappropriate behavior has sparked a firestorm of controversy and concern, despite the fact that the details concerning the allegation remain unclear. The fact that such incidents could take place within a family that has always presented an image of faith and unity has left many followers of Daystar wondering how such things could have happened. A number of people, including Jonathan Lamb, have expressed their dissatisfaction and anger with the way the situation has been handled. He is of the opinion that the incident was not adequately addressed, which resulted in members of the family experiencing feelings of betrayal and fear within themselves. This revelation adds another layer of complexity to the relationships that are already strained within the Lamb family. Jonathan is struggling not only with the emotional fallout, but also with the implications for their ministry as a result of this revelation. Those who are dedicated to Daystar are left in a state of disbelief as the story progresses. Many people are questioning the integrity of the leadership because of the possibility that a family retreat, which is intended to strengthen ties and promote healing, could become the backdrop for such serious allegations. The contrast between Lamb's public persona and the troubling issues that occurred behind closed doors raises significant concerns about accountability and transparency within the organization. The fallout from these allegations has the potential to reshape the narrative that surrounds Daystar. Is the family going to confront these serious allegations head-on? And what measures are they going to take to make sure that their loved ones are safe and healthy? Pandora's box of conversations about abuse, accountability, and the significance of trust within families and organizations alike has been opened as a result of the incident. During this time of close observation by the Daystar community, the implications of this family retreat incident may have long-lasting effects on the Lamb family and the ministry that they are involved in. As a result of these allegations, will they emerge stronger, or will they cause a deeper rift between them? When the story continues to develop, the answers to these questions will be extremely important, and they will continue to captivate audiences and followers along the way. A dramatic turn of events that has left the Daystar community in disbelief has been revealed by Jonathan Lamb, who has disclosed that he secretly recorded a private family meeting with his mother, Joni Lamb, and mediator Jimmy Evans. This revelation has caused the Daystar community to be in a state of disbelief. Not only does this shocking expose bring to light the intense tensions that exist within the family, but it also raises serious questions regarding trust, loyalty, and the lengths that one might go to in order to uncover the truth. Jonathan's decision to record the conversation on tape brought about an unexpected turn of events during the meeting, which was supposed to be about resolving the growing tensions that have been mounting within the Lamb family. What makes him tick? In order to provide evidence of what he considered to be a lack of accountability and transparency within the organization that he has been a part of throughout his entire life. As a result of Jonathan's courageous decision to record the conversation, the inner workings of the Daystar leadership have been brought into the spotlight. This is significant because in a world where family disagreements are frequently kept hidden behind closed doors, Jonathan is heard in the recording expressing his concerns regarding the direction that Daystar is heading in, as well as the recent changes that have occurred after the passing of his father. He confronts Joni about the decisions she has made regarding her finances and the impact that her new husband, Doug Weiss, has caused. The members of the family are struggling with profound feelings and having different points of view, which is causing the tension to be palpable. Through the use of the recording, Jonathan is able to provide evidence to support his assertions and shed light on what he considers to be a potentially problematic circumstance. The disclosure of this covert recording has sparked a raging controversy among those who are supporters of Daystar. Certain individuals express their admiration for Jonathan's bravery in revealing the truth, while others express their dissatisfaction with the breach of trust that occurred within the family. It is difficult for many people to ignore the fact that the act of recording a private meeting adds an additional layer of betrayal. As the aftermath of this revelation continues to unfold, the question continues to be unanswered. What are the implications of this happening for the Lamb family and Daystar in the future? When it comes to their broken relationships, will they be able to mend them? As an alternative, has Jonathan's choice to record this meeting caused irreparable harm to the cohesiveness of the family? According to Jonathan Lamb, a jaw-dropping revelation that has sent shockwaves through the Christian community, Jonathan Lamb has publicly claimed that he was denied a leadership role at Daystar Television Network, a position that he believes was rightfully his. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the Christian community. While the Lamb family is coping with the aftermath of the death of their patriarch, this shocking assertion not only causes eyebrows to be raised, but also sheds light on the deep-seated tensions that exist within the organization. According to Jonathan Lamb, the son of Daystar founders Marcus and Joni Lamb, his father had intended for him to take on a significant leadership role after his death. Jonathan is adamant about this possibility. On the other hand, he asserts that the plans were altered after Marcus's death, which brought about feelings of marginalization and disillusionment for him. It is his contention that the current leadership, which is primarily led by his mother Joni and her new husband, Doug Weiss, has shifted the focus away from family legacy, which has resulted in feelings of betrayal and frustration. He argues that this is because the current leadership has not honored the wishes of his father. This assertion that Daystar supporters have been denied a leadership position has sparked a raging debate among those who support the organization. The integrity of the organization and the decision-making processes that are in play are being called into question by a great number of people. The statement made by Jonathan stands in stark contrast to the public image of Daystar as a ministry that serves families as a whole, which raises questions about the organization's transparency and accountability. Despite the fact that Jonathan continues to express his dissatisfaction, the implications of his claims are extremely significant. Does this family drama have the potential to cause Daystar to become divided, or is it possible for the Lambs to find a way to reconcile their differences? However, the situation is made even more complicated by the presence of Doug Weiss, who has quickly risen to prominence within the ministry. As a result, some people have speculated that his influence has played a role in Jonathan's exclusion from leadership discussions. Daystar fans are left struggling with a range of emotions that are in conflict with one another. On the one hand, they admire Jonathan's bravery in speaking out, but on the other hand, they are concerned about the potential consequences for a ministry that has had an impact on the lives of a great number of people. The mysteries continue to be a mystery as this family drama plays out. Is it possible for the Lamb family to mend relationships? Or is this the beginning of a larger rift that has the potential to alter the future of Daystar irrevocably? The termination of Jonathan due to his poor performance. Following the conclusion of the most recent chapter in the ongoing conflict that has been going on between the Lamb family and the Daystar television network, the termination of Jonathan Lamb has become a topic of intense debate. Jonathan's mother, Joni Lamb, who is also the president of Daystar, has shed light on the reasons behind his dismissal. She has painted a picture of failed leadership, missed expectations, and a breakdown in trust. In response to persistent problems with Jonathan's management style and the responsibilities he was responsible for within the organization, Joni claims that Jonathan was placed on a performance improvement plan, also known as a PIP. Joni asserts that Jonathan, in his capacity as vice president, was responsible for overseeing multiple departments, one of which was the prayer department. However, Joni insists that Jonathan did not address critical concerns that were brought to his attention by department heads. According to reports, this poorly managed situation resulted in the departure of a number of valuable employees from the prayer team, which dealt a significant blow to Daystar's operations. Joni explained that Jonathan's Personal Improvement Plan, PIP, was developed to assist him in improving and addressing these issues. Jonathan is said to have failed to meet these goals over the course of 6 to 9 months, despite the fact that it outlined clear expectations for his performance. His work hours were put under close examination, and there were reports of extended absences for which there was no explanation, as well as a lack of engagement with the departments that he was responsible for. Joni also mentioned that she was given the recommendation to fire Jonathan earlier, but she continued to have faith that he would show signs of improvement. Following the occurrence of the 2023, he was terminated from his position. Around the same time, a blogger began publishing allegations about Daystar's leadership, fueling speculation that Jonathan's termination was retaliation for his involvement in exposing internal issues. On the other hand, Joni is adamant that this is not the case, and he asserts that Jonathan's termination was solely due to his performance and the fact that he did not meet the expectations that were outlined in the improvement plan. The allegations of a cover-up are denied by Joni Lamb. In the midst of a whirlwind of controversy, Joni Lamb, the president of Daystar television network, has vehemently denied allegations that she covered up abuse involving her granddaughter, in addition to other shocking claims that are connected to her family. The Christian broadcasting community has been thrown into a frenzy as a result of these allegations. However, Joni has maintained her stance, stating that the allegations are without foundation and that they are an obvious attempt to smear the reputation of her father and mother. An incident that occurred during a family retreat in the year 2021 is the source of the most serious claim. Joni Lamb and her late husband, Marcus Lamb, have been accused of failing to address an alleged inappropriate situation involving a family member and Jonathan's daughter. Jonathan Lamb, Joni's son, and his wife Susie have voiced their accusation against Joni and Marcus Lamb. Joni, on the other hand, has provided a comprehensive account of what took place, highlighting the fact that the situation was taken out of context and adding that she and Marcus never ignored or covered up anything. Joni explained that the incident, which involved a member of the family entering a room without intending to do so while Jonathan's daughter was changing, was handled immediately and resolved as a result of a misunderstanding. She is adamant that there were no inappropriate actions which took place, and that all parties involved, including Jonathan and Susie, have expressed their regret and moved on with their lives. Joni also addressed a separate incident that occurred in the year 2020, in which it was reported that her granddaughter was touched by another child while she was attending preschool. Joni claims that she accompanied Susie to the school in order to report and address the situation. According to Joni, she did this in order to support her family, just as any grandmother would. Even though these efforts have been made, Joni asserts that these incidents have been fabricated into a false narrative by a low-level blogger who is attempting to sensationalize the difficulties that her family is experiencing. Joni has expressed her heartbreak over the public airing of family matters that she had hoped to resolve privately, and the allegations have caused her a great deal of pain with their impact. Joni remains resolute, denying all claims of a cover-up and labeling them as an attack to discredit her leadership and Daystar's mission, she stated. She further denied accusations that she prioritized her ministry over her family, stating, "Despite the mounting tensions, Joni remains resolute, insisting that her family and the ministry are being targeted by individuals with hidden agendas. She claims that they are doing so." Regarding the rift in the family, Joni Lamb expresses his heartbreak. The Lamb family, which was once considered to be the foundation of unity behind the enormous Christian broadcasting empire Daystar television network, has been thrust into the public eye as tensions within the family have reached a boiling point. Joni Lamb, the president of Daystar, is facing more than just a professional challenge as a result of the relationship within his family. She claims that she is overwhelmed with feelings of sadness and disappointment as a result of a heartbreak that is deeply personal to her. A recent revelation made by Joni revealed the anguish she has been experiencing as a result of the ongoing conflict with her son, Jonathan Lamb, and his wife, Susie. These individuals have made allegations and taken actions that have caused the family and ministry to become fractured. According to Joni, the situation is a storm that is only second to the death of her husband, Marcus Lamb, which occurred in the year 2021. The emotional wound that Joni is experiencing stems from the love that she has for her children and grandchildren. This is not just a disagreement over leadership or business decisions. It is also an emotional wound. Following Joni's remarriage to Doug Weiss, a Christian psychologist, in the year 2023, the rift became even more severe. The revelation that Doug would co-host Daystar programs alongside Joni reportedly caused Jonathan and Susie to begin to distance themselves from the relationship, despite the fact that they had initially been supportive of the relationship. According to Joni, this change in the dynamics of their relationship marked a turning point in their relationship. She is of the opinion that the couple experienced a sense of being threatened by Doug's presence and influence, which led them to act out in what she describes as an effort to maintain control over the ministry. Joni disclosed that the family had made an effort to resolve their issues in a private setting by means of mediation and prayer, which added to the grief that they were experiencing. On multiple occasions, however, these efforts were unsuccessful. She voiced her dissatisfaction with Jonathan's decision to covertly record a private family gathering, describing it as a dishonest act that violated her trust. Public accusations, such as allegations that Joni concealed abuse or mismanaged ministry funds, have contributed to the strain that has been placed on the ministry. For Joni, the most painful aspect is probably the public disclosure of these private struggles that he has been going through. In response to allegations that she had neglected her loved ones in order to focus on Daystar, she emphasized that she has always placed a higher priority on her family than on her devotion to the ministry. According to her, "I have a deep affection for my son, my daughter-in-law, and my grandchildren." However, she also admitted that the division has caused her to question how she should proceed with her professional life.